Audible presents this Brilliance audio production of
Darkside by P.T. Deutermann. This book is dedicated to the brigade of midshipmen at Annapolis, who inevitably rise to the standard of personal and professional ethics set for them by the example of their superior officers. Acknowledgements. It's been almost 40 years since I graduated from the Naval Academy, so I needed a lot of help to get abreast of the many institutional changes. My special thanks to Pamela Warnken, formerly of the Academy's Public Information Office, for fielding countless emails and getting me to the right people for answers. My thanks also to the superintendent at the time of my research, Vice Admiral John Ryan, USN, for arranging my initial tour of the contemporary facilities. The Academy hosts 1.5 million guests each year, and I certainly appreciated the degree of access extended to me in preparation for this story. Thanks to Don Schwartz for expert advice on firearms, and to Doc Bellows of Sure Sails for help with yachting details. I also received a great deal of useful insight from both academic faculty members and officers of the Academy's executive department. They might not recognize what they told me once they read the book, but, as always, I pick and choose what I need to best enhance the story. Any resulting errors in Academy procedure or organization are, happily for them, all mine. P.T. Deutermann. Solo. He floated at the top of the dive for what seemed like forever. Perfect takeoff, his legs delivering just exactly the right amount of spring, his arms balanced level with his chest and slightly behind, fingers webbed together, hands slightly cupped, eyes wide open. Grinning nemesis back on the ledge, helpless to hurt him anymore. For what seemed an eternity, he hung suspended, and then, instinctively, as gravity beckoned, he tucked, arcing down through the calm morning air, his body aligning itself perfectly with the gathering slipstream, the darkened windows beginning to blur, a reflexive, keening noise rising in his throat as he saw the diamond pattern of the plaza below coming into incredibly sharp focus as he held his breath, and his perfectly vertical position in midair. No imbalance this time, no wobble in his legs or hips, statue straight, rigid, accelerating his best dive ever, the diamond pattern dissolving into individual segments of polished granite, bits of mica gleaming wonderfully clear, beckoning him to join them in their crystalline perfection, his eyes tearing from the rushing air. Time to go. Close your eyes. Time to close your eyes. Inhale for the entry. You're most perfect. 1. The ashen-faced cook was close to hyperventilating. He was sitting at the first table inside the mess hall, hands clamped down on spread knees, eyes bulging wide open, staring straight ahead as if not wanting to see the red stains all over his whites. "Hey, man, it's okay," Jim Hall said. "Just take it slow. Breathe. No, slower. Deep breaths. Slower. Yeah, that's it. Take a minute. It's going to be okay." The cook, a pudgy white guy in his 40s, didn't respond, but he began to get his breathing under control. Jim looked at his shoes. He, too, did not want to dwell on the cook's gore-spattered uniform. He imagined he could smell it, and felt his stomach do a small flop. Finally, the cook looked up at him. "Okay. Okay. Hell, it will." It was like he was trying to fly. "Say what?" "The guy? It looked like he was trying to fly. I saw him, one split second, arms wide like one of those high divers, you know? His eyes were closed, though, like he knew." Well, no shit, Jim thought. Of course he knew. Doing a swan dive from 6 stories onto flagstone? Yeah, the dude probably knew. "Young guy?" Jim asked. He had seen the body. It was actually a reasonable question. "Yeah, probably a plebe. I mean, like a really young face." Jim nodded. He tried again to shut out the image of the wreckage out there in the plaza between the mess hall and the 8th wing. Wait till the breakfast formation gets a load of that. He felt his stomach twitch. People had no idea. He made a couple of notes, waiting to see if the cook had anything more to add. Then he heard one of the EMTs outside call in the DOA code. Got that right, he thought. The semi-rigid cook now had beads of sweat all along his forehead, and his lips were turning a little blue.